We've just learned that actually Thabo Bester is in Bloemfontein. We have not yet confirmed what time he will be appearing in court, but we expect him to appear this morning because his information has already been processed, unlike what happened yesterday with Dr Nandipha Magudumana, who had to be processed in the morning when he arrived in Bloemfontein. So we expect that Bester will definitely appear this morning. But I am with a legal expert, Machini Mutloung, and we're going to talk to him a little bit about the charges that Bester will be facing and what this means to him. Ntate, please tell us just a little bit, what charge will Thabo Bester be facing, and what does it mean? This is a person who's a convict and who's already been incarcerated. What does this mean for him?
In all probabilities, he will face charges of arson, but the main charge would obviously be escaping from lawful custody, and he will also in most likelihood face charges of defeating the ends of justice. There is a charge that is already being preferred against a co-accused, which is murder, which I'm of the view that he will, in most probabilities, face such charges as well. And if one looks into charge of murder, there is a minimum sentence act that prescribes the sentence that he is likely to receive. There is also, in terms of Section 117 of the Correctional Services Act, that if he's convicted of escaping from lawful custody, that he may face a term of imprisonment not exceeding 10 years. So the likelihood is that he will face charges that are similar to his co-accused, except that he will also face the charge of escaping from lawful custody.
Social media is abuzz this morning with voice notes that sounds like Thabo Bester is threatening Dr. Magudumana. Will this be admissible in court?
Look, it depends. In this modern era of technology, in terms of the Electronic Communications Transaction Act, it's quite clear that evidence of a nature that is obtained electronically it can be admissible in court, but it has to, be subjected to rigorous scrutiny. Inter alia, the authenticity of the, content of information that is at the disposal of the state. If the state would want to use that form of evidence, would have to, authenticity of that information would have to be tested. So it has to be for instance, in its original form. We know of manipulation of data and content in this era of technology, but as a general rule, evidence obtained through electronic means is admissible in court.
With this audio doing the rounds, do you think that Dr. Magudumana will take the route of saying she was under duress to assist Thabo Bester?
Look, one would not necessarily, speculate about that, particularly if one has not even, tested the authenticity. But if it were to be a correct, recording, which, it's not disputed by either the Thabo Bester or Nandipha, then that type of evidence can still be produced and it can be used by a co-accused, as a defense for having, been for allegedly, assisting or harboring or concealing an escaped prisoner, for instance. So it would, definitely depend on if the accused admits to that being his voice, because then if he disputes that fact, it would mean then that there will be trial within a trial, where experts will be called, to really authenticate that process. But as it stands, it is just but a rumor or a gossip in the public space, which is yet to be confirmed by either parties involved in the matter.
Thank you so much for your time, Tatimachini Mutloungde, talking to us about the charges that Thabo Bester will probably be facing. All of that will be confirmed when the proceedings begin in court, and we continue to monitor that. Leanne, it's back to you in studio.